Good morning, my name is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the cottage and welcome back. Over here we talk about sewing, knitting, some life updates, and at the moment I'm traveling, so that will also be in the mix. Today is Friday Sews and it's a hashtag that was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Thank you, Jen. It's so awesome how it brought the sewing community together. If you click on that hashtag, you will find some amazing sewing content and you can binge watch to your heart's content. Last time I spoke to you, I left you with a bit of a cliffhanger telling you I'm going on a road trip. So off we went, my sister and I, and we traveled to the Northern Cape, which is kind of semi-desert with the Orange River running through it, and it's beautiful. And so it took us about 8.5 hours to get there, but we had so much fun. We were chatting and visiting and sleeping and doing all the things you do on a road trip.
This is Calvinia, but I want to show you. This is a park. Basically rocks and succulents. But these succulents are beautiful. Oh, that's firefighting. So anyway, this area is one of the places to come and look at flowers when they're flowering.
When we got to my brother, he was on his way to facilitate a wedding. He's a minister. And so he said to the people whose wedding it was, he will only come to facilitate the wedding and then they're going to go home because his sisters are there. And the people said, bring your sisters along. We have people that cancelled their space for them. So we got there, had to get ready for a wedding, and we went to this beautiful wedding next to the Orange River. At this beautiful venue, and it was actually so much fun. Then we also went around and my sister-in-law showed me a few places. There was this one restaurant that's just exquisite. Oh my goodness. Of course, there will be some footage. And then we also went and drove around, and it was nice spending time with my nieces and just family time.
These little flinders apparently come from Madagascar, or they're on their way to Madagascar. But they migrate this time of the year and then land up over here in the Northern Cape.
Then 2 days later, we packed up and we took the last bit to Gauteng. It was about 10 hours drive, and by the end, both of us were tired of driving and tired of being in the car, so we were very relieved when we got here. Since I've been here, things have also been quite busy. I started teaching a little girl, actually she's not little, she's 19, a young lady, how to sew. She's studying BSc fashion, I think it's BSc fashion, and she has to do an internship, and she hasn't been able to find a place that will take her for an internship. So I said I'll teach her how to sew if that can count towards her hours. And we've been having a lot of fun.
This is Shantae, and today we are doing a lesson in how to sew. And she's got this beautiful fabric that she's going to make a dress with. And this is going to be a little capelet. And we are working through the process of picking your patterns. Her dress have a bodice that's fitted. So we found this princess style dress. And we are going to use the pattern pieces that is here and just draw it until the waistline. We are busy taking the pattern and copying it. Our pattern is ready, and now we cut it out, and then we can start cutting, but we will first make a mock-up out of this shower curtain. And now we are busy with the mock.
So I've been spending time with her this week. She's making a dress for a wedding that she's attending in August. And I was reunited with my fabrics. So I've been unpacking a lot of my things that's been in storage just to see if they're still okay and to see what I want to keep and what can go. And there's quite a few things that I'm not so attached to anymore. So a lot of it has gone to family members and so on. But I came across my patterns and I came across some more of my fabric. So when I was in America, I bought this pattern, Simplicity S9471. And my mom was kind enough to cut it out for me. because I hate cutting out patterns. And so, of course, I want to make it. So I remembered that I had some white linen somewhere in storage.
I found my white linen and was very excited to see some of my other fabrics as well. And then I went ahead and I cut a piece off so that I could make the pants.
And it is just beautiful. So I went fabric shopping in my stash. And there's this one piece I just cut off. I've got a whole roll, so I just cut off 2 meters because I need 1.8 meters for this pair of pants. So I cut off 2 just in case. And now it is ready for me to use it and make this pair of pants. And that's all the sewing content. It has been quite interesting on the life side. On the game farm where I stayed, they've been burning. It's like fire prevention, so they burn strips, maybe like 10 meters to 20 meters wide, and then if a fire breaks out, then it doesn't jump over onto the land. And it's been quite intensive. That's like 12 days of every night they would be burning, because usually at night the winds are not as much as in the daytime. Now in South Africa, especially in the Highveld in the winter, it gets so dry. We don't have rain in that time of the year. And so the grass is so dry, and if just a little spark gets in that, you can actually lose all your feed for your animals. So every year they do this procedure to make sure that their farm is safe.
And I'm ready with this thing to slap that fire if it decides to go anywhere. Things don't really want to burn, but that's also good. That means that if there's a veld fire, then they also won't burn. So this is a game farm on this side, and we are burning a piece between the game farm and the neighbor. The moon is coming up. Oh wow. We're finally done. Just walked into the house and look at my face and look at my hands. Oh my gosh, but it was fun and everything is under control.
And I helped with that a few nights, and you end up smelling like smoke for days after. I'm so glad I don't have hair, because your hair, everything smells like that. And then we are getting ready for my sister from England. She's coming out, and we're really looking forward to spending time as a family. I also, this week was quite sad. My puppy, well, she's not a puppy, Malish, my golden retriever. So when I went overseas, she went to my sister, or the one on the farm, and she's had the most amazing life on the farm, swimming in the dam and going for walks and eating as much as she wanted to, because she was old. And my sister just decided if she wants to eat, she'll feed her. So when I saw her, when I got back this time around, she was as fat as a little tick, but so happy. But we've been watching her, and she was 13 and a half. And that's old for golden retrievers. And yesterday we had to make the decision to let her go. I'm sad, but I'm also happy that she's not in pain anymore. She did have cancerous spots all over her body, and her hips were giving in, and she had heart failure. So it was time, but none of us was ready to do it before, because she was just such a trooper. And sometimes that's the thing, is our dogs, they're so loyal that they will keep going even if their bodies can't. And she was at that point. That's all of the things for today. And I thank each of you for coming along. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.